All right, hosers, welcome back to another video here. I don't know if you're going to remember this, but maybe you will if you're my age. 25 years ago, Ted Morton, okay, and 5 others sent the Alberta Firewall letter to Ralph Klein, pushing for more autonomy. Back then, that was considered fringe. Now, it's mainstream with the Sovereignty Act. What the hell happened, eh? Now, this is my hoser take. No spin, just straight talk with a conservative edge. Now, here's the deal. This is coming from a Ted Morton piece, okay, boys? 25 years ago, like I just mentioned, Morton and 5 others, including Stephen Harper at the time, sent the Alberta Firewall letter to Premier Ralph Klein. They wanted Alberta to withdraw from the Canada Pension Plan, collect its own income tax, create an Alberta police force, and take back healthcare policy, all to shield from federal interference. You know what I mean, don't you? It's like building a firewall so Ottawa can't keep screwing the West with equalization and overreach. Back then, it was called separatist fringe. Critics screamed hidden agenda because Quebec already did some of it, right? Now you fast forward, okay? Fast forward. Harper goes federal. Morton runs provincially, loses the PC leadership, but gets 40,000 votes from reformers. Those supporters help form Wild Rose, which becomes opposition. Then vote splitting kills. That's right, kills the PCs in 2015. Kenney unites them in 2019. Promises a referendum on equalization. 62% vote yes in 2020. Fair Deal panel, chaired by Manning at the time, recommends firewall stuff again. Daniel Smith takes it further with the Alberta Sovereignty Act, already used to challenge federal clean energy and gun rules. What was fringe over 25 years ago is now front and center. Like the guys at the bar who were yelling about Ottawa hosing Alberta finally get heard when the bill comes due. Now, Morton says, follow the money. Alberta's sent nearly $630 billion with a B, to Ottawa since 1960. Quebec has taken $497 billion in transfers. Do you really think that's fair? I don't. Alberta's economy boomed, population grew, but politically, we're still second class. Quebec gets veto power, which is ridiculous. Senate seats, Supreme Court spots, while Western Senate reform gets killed by the courts. And you wonder why people in the West are upset, and have been for years. Pierre Trudeau screwed the West strategy still works. Liberals take our cash and give us the finger, right? That's what they do. And they've been doing it for decades. Now here's the real hoser take on this. This is liberal weakness on full display. Ottawa has been hosing Alberta for decades with this equalization, overreach, and broken institutions. Well, guess what? Quebec gets special treatment, right? Carney talks shared future and partnership, but it's the same old bloody story. Take our money, ignore our voice. That's the story. That's what the Liberals do. Take our money, ignore our voice. Poilievre and the Conservatives, they stand strong. It's Alberta's only other choice, other than separation. He calls out unfairness, demands real Canada First reforms that protect the West resources, jobs, and sovereignty, and stands firm without any sort of apology. That's leadership, common sense, right? Putting Canada first, not endless transfers and veto games. Man, you know, liberals are like a guy who keeps borrowing your truck, then he wrecks it, then asks for the keys again. That's a liberal for you. Poilievre is the one ready to take the keys back and drive it himself. Now, if you look at my board here, I wrote up there Alberta Firewall. This all stems from 25 years ago, all right? 25 years ago. And the Liberals are still hosing the West. Canada needs Poilievre's real strength here. This is Alberta's push for autonomy. They're pushing against the mainstream. They want to go mainstream themselves. And how can you blame them? Really, how can you blame them? After all, how Ottawa has treated the West, right? Specifically Alberta. Now here's the real view on that. Liberals, man, they're just bloody weak, man. They're bloody weak. They've been hosing the West for decades. Poilievre stands strong as really their only choice when it comes to Canada right now. Canada first, real reforms, protect the West, right? If they don't do that, I could see Alberta definitely leaving for sure. So in the end, Alberta Firewall went from fringe to now mainstream. And Liberals are still hosing the West, taking all their money. Canada needs real common sense leadership. That's what they need. And you're only going to get that from the Conservatives. Anyways, that's my briefing.